Okay, so let's keep mapping out the room and see if we can figure anything out.
I see.
These footprints must be.
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Bakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are really a really valuable clue. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder on the floor in front of the shelf. And there's also the remains of that broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. And someone left the footprints. Right. Only the left side of the shelf. So yeah, the powder was spilled right around the time of the incident. Alright, footprints in the powder added to the truth bullets. Alright, 3 things to check out. Let's see, what's on shelf A? All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein... Wait a minute. Take a look, there's a C9 in there. It's not supposed to be in there. The protein drink we found on the wreck probably came from this shelf. All the containers are labeled with the letter A and a number. No, that one's C9, see? C-Hub, but wait. There's one bottle here labeled C9. Could someone have put it there by an accident? Huh. On this shelf is... So B shelf is a bunch of chemicals and you don't know what they are. They're reagents. Simply put, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How many of you lived in such a... How have many... what is going on? How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider that part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. Okay? On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. They look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. I guess I can consider this part of the shelving section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. So A is dietary supplements, B was reagents, and C was lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A. What concerns me is that in section A there's a bottle from section C. What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on here. Alright. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Alright, fair enough. Rec room. This is it, right? I can't fast travel? No. Weird, they're not letting me fast travel. Maybe because I was zoomed in. Yup, now I can fast travel. I'm on the wrong floor, shit. There we go.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So go along with Byakuya, you're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Okay. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered on her body.
Just a second.
Alright.
Hey.
Don't you think you actually need to examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's like the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times, I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Whoa! What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
Correct.
See that yellow powder in her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. So she might have been the one who was in the chem lab and who spilled the chemical because the stuff's all over her shoes.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her hand. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me explain.
It would seem...
It would appear she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So what I learned from examining her, that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. So no blood whatsoever on her. She got hit twice in the head, and she has the powder on her shoes. I can't believe she was willing to learn, or able to learn all that just by looking at the body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Okay. Shards of glass on the ground, and the bottle's all red, so this must have been a bottle. And on top of that, near the glass, there's the Monokuma figure. Okay. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Yeah, they're all chess pieces. Hey, Kyoko, could you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a great idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer! I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Alright, Monokuma bottle.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You mind helping me? Alright.
Anyway.
Gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle. I try to get smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Yakuya's not here either.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. What kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. Oh boy.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. Ah! Nicely balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else would really affect the weight.
So then...
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Huh. The broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe we'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. What do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment has been added. I think what it means is there's 2 bottles missing. That glass on the floor is from 2 separate bottles, which is why it shows 2 blows to her head, right? However, there's only 1 Monokuma figurine in the room, so what happened to the other one? Aha. Alright, she said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue. Let's see what that clue is.